I did that Grand Canyon thing. I was so sure the Grand Canyon game that the Washington player that kicked the ball into his own hand, and I swore that was a handball.
Right, but remember, it came off that came off his body.
Mm-hmm.
And in the Law 12 says if it comes off a body part and hits the arm, it is not a handball.
Yeah.
Okay, he didn't make himself bigger. If he makes himself bigger by raising his arm, okay, then he made himself bigger. But because it bounced off, it wasn't really an intent to touch or handle the ball.
And that's what I said, kind of.
Oh, really, Ryan? Nice.
Well, she was saying that's a dumb rule. That it shouldn't be a handball. And yes, you were right. And I was wrong. I admitted guilt because I got attacked by a lot of referees. You don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, I'm sorry. And one of the referees subscribed to my channel. I'm subscribing because you're willing to admit you're wrong. I'm like, awesome. So I was wrong. And it happened again last night.
Same kind of scenario?
Natural position. It did hit the hand, but I think it went off like his stomach and then hit the hand.
Right.
And, no call. And of course, my sideline was upset, and then we, had to deal with it. But there's a lot of confusion, and people don't know the rules. I don't know the rules. And so many people are commenting during the live session last week or the week before, thinking it was a handball. They bet anything. And it's not, according to those rules.
Right. According to the rule, Law 12, on the misconducts, fouls and misconducts, it says if it comes off a body part, okay?
When did that rule come in effect?
Just recently.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah. Because, before that, it was what?
It was in the opinion of the official on a handball, and they changed the wording. Okay, now it's mandatory. Anytime that it hit a hand, it would be a handball.
Right.
And then they just changed it again. So, again, it constantly changes on that Law 12, on a handball. Now, if it hits the hand, why shouldn't it be a handball, Dave? Right? That's what people think.
Right.
Right? Now, make yourself bigger. That means you made yourself bigger. Your hand is not in a natural position. To me, that's a handball.
So currently it does have a lot to do with the intent.
Yes,
right.
The intent and deliberate. Those are the words that they use in Law 12.
Yep, that's what Gilberto Gomez just commented, that the intent is what has a lot to do with it. And that makes sense to me. That's why I was really against the handball for that one dude you were talking about, because you thought that was an unnatural position. But to me, I didn't think that there was any way that he's like, this is going to look kind of right and kind of wrong, and I'm going to hit the ball with my hand. Like, I didn't see any intent in it. Right,
exactly. And that's what the wording in the Law 12 says, intent. Okay, now again, it's going to come the opinion or the knowledge of the official. What is his law application? What's his knowledge? What's his positioning? Where he is on the field, and how he applies that law. Okay? Now, some might, others may not.
And that's where we'll get
right. There's where so to me is right. The problem is the inconsistency, Dave, of the play of a handball. Okay? Some top referees, and we see in championship league games, or MLS games, or college games in high school, there's so much inconsistencies of the handball because, again, of the law.
So, now brand new rule. It may appear to be handball, but it
might not
be.
Right.
So be careful before you scream crazy like I do, and
especially at an official who waves it off because again he sees it in a different angle. Also, remember the angles of soccer are completely different than you're going to see it on the sideline or as a parent.
If you enjoyed that clip, you can enjoy all the clips at youtube.com/Coach Cameron Soccer to get all my content. Make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know what's going on and when we appear online. which is typically every Sunday, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Hope to see you this Sunday for our next live show.